What's up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in central North Carolina, just north of Raleigh and my lawn. Thank you guys so much for the positive love, like, support on the last video we did on Wednesday. It was I knew that was going to be a great video when I was making it, because you know, when you put a little bit more effort and have a little bit more time to do these videos, you guys always respond better when we put more effort in the videos as a YouTuber. So thank you. And the one I'm referring to, if you've not seen it, go check it out. It's the 5 2023 tips for surviving summer. I am on my journey to survive. I've accomplished one of my goals. I thought it would take me a lot longer, but we accomplished it last year, of surviving the summer here in North Carolina with a fescue lawn in high 90 heat, lack of rain sometimes, but we did it. Cost us an arm and a leg on our water bill, but we did it. So today, guys, I want to walk you around. I did a mow. Since making that last video, I've done a mow. We'll show you the mow. I want to show you where my lawn's at right now. Show you a couple trouble spots that when I walk my lawn, you guys are like, man, one guy even said on the last video, Mr. Ferguson, your lawn looks like a mini GCI lawn. That is the highest compliment you can ever give me as a guy that is not a professional, that just is a YouTube university learner. That is the highest compliment ever. So thank you, whoever said that. I'll take it. That is a high compliment. It is looking gorgeous today. I was going to do another video today, but I'm going to save that for Monday. I want it to be sunnier when I do that video, so we'll do that one on Monday. Check that one out. I think it's going to help you. Again, it's another summer video, but in a different way, so check out Monday's video. But I'm going to turn my camera around here. I'm going to walk the lawn in certain areas, and when I walk my lawn, which is important for us to do because it lets us know what's going on in the lawn. If we don't walk it, we won't know. And mowing, sometimes we don't catch everything. So I want to show you some of the trouble spots I see, and it's being nitpicky, but I want to show you that it's not a perfect lawn. It'll never be a perfect lawn, but even this lawn right here has issues. So let's take a look at Mr. Ferguson's lawn at the end of April. So I'll start by walking this way, but as you guys know, well, I'll show you. I did the diagonal cut on the lawn, so you can kind of see that as we walk. So, of course, if you're new to the channel, back here along the wood line, I did Jonathan Green Dense Shade Mix, not last year, but the year before. So it's actually had over a year to grow in, all by the shed. It blends in pretty good, and out here, you know, in this back section, if you've not heard me mention it, it's GCI Turf type tall fescue, but it's also GCI Spreader Elite, which is a spreading fescue that they've created. But I've got a mix of turf type tall fescue, Jonathan Green along the trees right here. GCI did pretty good, but what I'll mention is when I begin to get these leaves up in the trees and the sun would stop hitting the fescue, the GCI seemed to fade away in the shade more. So I did the dense shade mix back here, and it's done well because it's made for shade. And when there is no shade, the Jonathan Green's a little thinner, but now that it's shading up, it seems to be doing better. So it's like it does what it's intended to do. And when it's looking right, man, the color of the Jonathan Green, I will say, is a little bit darker than the GCI. Noticeably, I've said that in a video in the past, and that's not a dig on GCI Turf. It looks great, but the Jonathan Green is just naturally darker. That's what we have over in this section and along the edges over there, but it blends into, you know, GCI out here. But one of the areas, you know, guys, I'm still finding POA triv. There was somebody on Reddit. Let me back up. There's somebody on Reddit talking about weeds, and here you go. Here's one where I've cut, and you can see this is one of those grass types that continue to jump up faster than your fescue. And if I stand back, it's a little bit lighter of a green. Now this, it doesn't bother me that much, to be honest with you. Yeah, it grows a little bit taller than my fescue. It's a little bit lighter green, but it's a different type of fescue cultivar. I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, comment below and let me know. It's that lighter green, you know, fescue type clumping grass. I actually have a little bit of this in my front yard that I will show you in a minute and what I'm doing there. But I'm still finding POA triv. Now this section's really grown in, you know, for spring. It's dark, it's coming in. This is that Jonathan Green. The Jonathan Green has a little bit of ryegrass, has a little bit of fescue, and has a little bit of Kentucky bluegrass all blended in, and it's looking right. But if I come up here, this is what mowing, this just bugs the snot out of me. It's still the POA triv. And if you see the blue on there, I've been using the I've been using the green shoots glyphosate to attack this. It's just this bunchy, and I don't even want to touch it. It's so wet and stuff. But the dye you can see there is where I've put glyphosate over this bad boy. But it is a noticeable lime green clumping POA triv disgustingness that is just sticks out like a sore thumb, and you can probably see it now that I've pointed it out to you more. You can see that bad boy right there, and it's just like, what do you do? And so I've put the glyphosate on it. It's going to take it about 2 weeks and it should kill it all off. We'll see. But I've got things like that as I walk my lawn. I'm like, what is this? What is that? That's some of the things. Like, I remember this spot because I was out here walking to the shed like, oh, POA triv, man, it's so everywhere. It's everywhere. If you missed it in the other video where I talked about it, I've just put brand new blades on the Honda mower. I've taken off the OEM blades that came with it. I need to get them sharpened. I want to go to a local company and actually get them to sharpen them and see if there's a big difference between them sharpening it versus me sharpening the blades. So I have put new blades on. So one of the main areas I wanted to show as a problem area, this area right here, I'm curious to see, you know, we'll see what this is in just a second. But this whole section, you know, the water drains this way and drains off this hill a little this way, and then you got the hill this way, so this is where it will puddle. So we get Crapville right here. I'm anxious to see how this holds up in summer. It looks pretty good now because obviously it's wet. We've had a little rain. We got more rain coming today, but this area always looks like junk. So I'm anxious to see. My plan and my goal, guys, is not to overseed in the front yard. I want to be able to survive the front yard with what I got. I don't know if it's going to be possible or not. We may need to do more seed in the front yard, pre-emergent on the side and the back again. I don't know. We are a long ways off from that, but that's the idea. More POA triv. It's just that skinny, matty, disgusting. If you guys have got it, I've got it. It's so cool. Like right now as I'm filming this, it's about 55, but there it is. You can just tell. I mean, just out of all of this section, normal fescue, normal tall fescue, turf type tall fescue, and then you got this lime green salad looking crap that's just right here. And I've just not touched this one at all, but it just stands out. And it's like, you know, POA triv is a cool season grass, but it looks like it's holding pretty strong right now for end of April going into May. So we'll see. Does it survive? Will it die off a little bit, come back? I don't know what I want to do. It's like it needs to be dealt with, but it's like you don't want to have a big hole in your lawn in May, and it's just, so these are the things you guys don't normally pay attention to. Now, this is the biggest one, and I may need your help on this, but look at this, guys, and it's this area right here, if you can't tell. I don't have a clue what this is. I feel like I should know what it is. You can see some browning and some weird, like, I don't even know what is down in there. But you've got, you've got these hard stems right here. And I'll slowly pan to see it, but you can tell like it's a different type of fescue or something. But you got turf type tall fescue, you've got fescue over here, and then you've got this. You see how it's just different, and it's all mowed the same height. So it's almost, I don't know if it's torpedo grass. I don't know if it's you could kind of see right here what I'm talking about. It's like a thicker blade. It looks like fescue. I don't know if it's like quackgrass, if it's just like Kentucky 31 got in here. I don't have a clue. But when I stand back and go like this, can you not see that? I can tell. Now, you know, from like a drone shot, no big deal. But right there, I'm like, I'm gonna have to deal with this. And I don't know if I wanna do that in the summer because it's gonna be impossible to regrow it. So I may just kill it off and wait till the fall, kill this circle off and redo it. I don't know, but let me know if you have an idea of what that could be. See if I can, yeah, I don't know if I can pull one of these things out or not. But it's got these stalks that are just, it's like, you know, hard as a rock. I don't know, goosegrass, quackgrass, I don't have a clue. I am not good at weed identification, so it's just stuff that y'all don't pay attention to, but I notice when I walk the lawn. So anyways, moving on, we still got areas where POA triv again, we're trying to fight this stuff. And we've killed off sections and the good grass is starting to come in. But what I'm doing is I'm going to talk more about my solution for this right here. I've got another plan coming, and so we'll do a video on that soon. But more little POA triv also all over the lawn. You know, right here you got a little section looks like behind it. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I notice it. But I put some more, like right here, this section, I put some glyphosate, some green shoots glyphosate on this. If you're wondering what the heck am I talking about, I'll link the green shoots kit below. I've used that thing so much recently. Here's another one. If you see, this is another one of those light green type of, grows taller than your fescue plant. And you can see the blue dye that I've put on it to try to just let it absorb. And it looks like it has last night, and should just die off. Now that, I don't think it'll create a big hole. Got more POA Triv right here, like this. More salad. That's what I'm gonna start calling it, POA salad. More salad right here. It's like, do you kill it now? Do you wait, Steven? I don't know. I'm in new territory dealing with this mess. I've got a ton of it right here, and it just breaks my heart because I'm like, and it's so much, it makes me wonder, is this just a different type of fescue? Is it really POA Triv? But when you pull it back, you know, it's so clumpy. It's so nasty and matty, like underneath. It's like, is this really POA Triv? But underneath, you know, you get that, it's just disgusting. It's just, ugh. And it's, you know, running all back through here, and I'm afraid it's just gonna kill all of my, it's just disgusting. I hate it's clumping, but it's not fescue. It's strandy. It's salady. But anyways, I'm just, yeah, I just, it makes me sad. Weeds in the beds we need to handle here as well. But anyways, and over here, I've had a little bit of POA here the entire year to point out some of the bad spots. We've had a little bit of POA here. This side has not been too bad, but right along over here, I've got some POA's Triv, salady stuff over there. I've had to take care of this guy. Can you tell? I mean, he just sticks out. I've been looking at that for like 3 months, saying I've got to kill that off, but I don't want a big hole. This is so beautiful when I stand back. You know, this is beautiful little strip of grass. But when I get up on it and I walk to my truck right here every day, I look at this thing and I'm like, I've got to kill it. And so you see the dye. You see the green shoots I put on this, it will eventually kill, and I got a solution. I put it way down there in the stallings, in the roots of this POA Triv, I think. I don't know what it is, but it's just very spider looking piece of crap. So it should die off soon in about 2 weeks as well. And I've got something to replace that with. Video coming soon on that. So the rest of this is pretty good. It is getting nitpicky in what I'm talking about. The ditch is kind of recovered. If y'all remember, we did fusillade down there testing it, and it completely died off. We planted seed and it's come back. So like I said, no harm, no foul. It just took 9 months for the grass to grow back. But all in all, when we stand back in the driveway and look at this, it looks like carpet. The new blades really makes it look superior and look great. So don't want to be too nitpicky there. So we'll end it there for this Friday. I just wanted to walk you through the lawn, show you some of my concerns up close. And some of y'all may be saying, that's nitpicky, Mr. Ferguson. I'm just trying to get, you know, 90% grass like you or whatever. Well, it just goes to show you, no matter what level you are at, I've got all of this, and I'm still, not that I'm ungrateful or unhappy, but I'm still trying to figure out, well, how do I manage this? What's the best way to go about this weed? Or what is this popping up? You're never going to have just the perfect lawn where it's all grass and you could just sit back and sip tea and enjoy your morning. You're always going to have junk trying to filter in. That's true in our spiritual life too. You always have things trying to come into your life, and you have to be able to troubleshoot, diagnose, is this good? Is this not good? Do I need to handle it now? Can I wait till later? And so that's what I'm constantly doing in this lawn. So thank you for tuning in this Friday for a quick lawn walkthrough at the end of April, beginning of May. It's looking good. The nitrogen level is looking great. I'm going blank on what we put down last time as far as nitrogen. I'm drawing a blank. I think I did a little bit of 505 or a little bit of the ammonium sulfate. I can't remember at this time, but the lawn color is looking phenomenal. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope your lawns are looking great. Let me know what you're doing in the lawn this weekend. God bless you. Give it a thumbs up. We'll see you next time with a summer lawn care video on Friday. God bless.